Hello everyone, it is Sunday, September 20th, 2020, which means it is time for my comic book hot pick video for books being released this Wednesday, the 23rd. Now, if you haven't seen this video before, this is where I talk about books that I'm looking forward to, whether it be a good story that I'm enjoying, a hot cover, a first appearance, or just something that I think you might be interested in that may or may not hold any type of significant value down the line. Again, these are just books that I'm looking forward to, so we will jump right into the books this week. Not a real big week for books for me personally, but we'll talk about a couple things that I'm looking forward to. First one from Aftershock, Miles to Go #1, about a young girl who apparently lives in a trailer home with an abusive father, has a young child, and she learned how to kill when she was younger, and apparently she got away from that, and she's drawn back into that type of lifestyle when her child is threatened. So it is something that I'm looking forward to. Aftershock has done some pretty good stories recently, so this is just another one. Miles to Go #1 from Aftershock. From Boom Studios, Unkindness of Ravens #1. It is a witches style storyline about witches that escaped the burnings in Salem, way back in the day, and these are kind of descendants from them, and we'll just see where that goes. It could be good, depends on if they make it real dark or if it's going to be kind of campy. We will see. So Unkindness of Ravens #1 from Boom Studios. From DC, there's a couple of them looking forward to. Dark Knight's Death Metal Speed Metal #1. The series has been really good, so we'll see if it continues that way. Flash 762. This is the end of Joshua Williamson's 101 issue run on Flash, and this is also a race of Flashes, so I am looking forward to this one here. We will see where that goes, because the Flash storyline has been pretty good for the most part, and again, this is the last one from this writer after 101 issues, so that's quite the long run for a book. And then the hot book from DC is going to be Suicide Squad #9, in my opinion. This is the death of Deadshot. So we will see what happens with that. Again, they kill characters off all the time and bring them back, but this is going to be a major story. So we'll see what happens with that. And then from Marvel, only 2 stories I'm looking forward to. Immortal She-Hulk #1. Tons of covers on this, and this is a book that you're buying for the story, because I really don't think there's going to be a lot of value in these books, because I think shops are going to buy real heavy on these. So Immortal She-Hulk #1. And then Venom 28, which is going to be another hot issue, because they finally tell you who some of the characters are, and so we'll see what happens with that. So again, that's pretty much all I'm looking forward to this week. Of course, I'll probably end up buying a couple of other books here and there, but these are the big ones. So again, Aftershock, Miles to Go #1 from Boom Studios, The Unkindness of Ravens #1. DC has Dark Knight's Death Metal Speed Metal #1, while I look at my notes down here. Flash 762, the last in the story arc run of Joshua Williamson, the writer. And then Suicide Squad #9, Death of Deadshot, which I think is going to be the big book this week. Immortal She-Hulk #1, lots of covers on that, so pick whichever one you're going to like, because again, personally, I don't think it's going to have a lot of value monetarily wise down the line. And then Venom #28, not only has it been a great story, but this is a major event in that storyline, so it's going to sell well like it does every week anyways. So there was that. Now, I have been getting a lot of requests again about how I show my books. They talk about when I show books on, on these channels or on these videos I do, people say how great they look. Anybody can do that. There is a little bit of a cost factor, but it's not a major cost factor. So I had a question from a viewer who asked if I could show that again, so I'm going to. So first I'm going to show you some of the books that I rebagged and boarded recently. Not a lot, just a few. And then I'm going to show you the way that I do it with the style that I'm going to show you, or the technique I'm going to show you at the end of this. So the first one I'm going to show you is Kamandi #4. This is from 1973, Kirby cover, art and story, a triple crown from Kirby. There's that there, very high grade on that. Sorry about the glare, but this Mylar really glares up. Next up we have from 1971, this is a Romita cover and a Stan Lee story. This is King Size Special Amazing Spider-Man #8, right there. Little shocker action on that one. And again, these are just, you know, random books, nothing real great. Very fine, from 1964, Doom Patrol number 89. I graded this a very fine. Really nice color on that book right there. Book looks really nice in that Mylar. Again, sorry for the glare on that. Book that sells in any condition. I have several of these. This is probably the lowest grade version I have. I just had to change the bag and board out recently. And this is, of course, Batman and Robin number 237 from 1971. Famous Neil Adams cover and a story by Bernie Wrightson in here. This is first appearance of the Reaper. This is low grade right here. I graded this a 2.5, but still, this book is always desirable in any condition. Very easy to sell. They sell very quickly. There's just one of the ones here. There's that. Next up, this is very early Kirby art on this, which makes it really, really good. This is House of Secrets, number 4 from 1957. Is that number 4? Number 4, 1957. Another low-grade book. I gave this a 3.0 on that right there. Small tear on the back cover, not very big, maybe a 1/4 inch, but still, it's early Kirby. It is desirable. Book from the 50s. You can't go wrong with that. And the last book I'm going to show is from 1956. This is Tales of the Unexpected, number 8. Graded this a VG plus 4.5. Really nice book right there. And again, if you see the way these books present, I like the way they present like this, because you get these, you know, Silver Age, late Golden Age, early Silver Age books right here. And so I always want to be, you know, make sure that when people come look at my books, when I was selling books, that it looks real nice, it presents real nice. I think when you go into a shop, like a lot of you may go into comic book shops, you'll see how presentation is everything. If a shop has stuff presented real nice, people are going to take their time to look at it. Stuff's just kind of thrown around, not taken care of. Dirty bags and boards, which we've talked about, which I hate more than anything. When you go through a box of books and your fingers are dirty from the dust from the bags, old bags and boards. That's why I change stuff out quite frequently. When I say frequently, I will change books out like this maybe every 5 or 6 years, because if you're using halfbacks and the Mylar, you don't have to do it much more than that. So I am going to show you the style that I do to get your books looking like this, because people always want to know how it is. So I will show you step by step. The first type of Mylar that I use Mylite 2s from Golden Age, Silver and Golden Age. These come in packs of 50, and they cost me $14. So you're basically looking at, you know, 28 cents a piece, somewhere around there, for a Mylite. And this is just really, really nice. These are the ones that, you know, these are the top of the line ones right here, which comes from E. Gerber. And they're, like I said, again, the Mylite 2s. They're 7 3/4 by 10.5, and there's a 1.5 inch flap on top where it folds over really nice. So this is what I'll use. If I put it in this style, this is the type I use. This is all I'll use. This is the only thing I'll use for this style right there. Sorry about that. I got something going on. My mind's kind of elsewhere right now. And then I use 2 Golden Age boards. And the Golden Age boards are just real simple, just comic care. Comes in packs of 50. You can get them for $6 for 50 boards. Not real bad. And so you just use 2 of these right here. Again, this is just comic care, basic 50 count packs, 24-point virgin white boards, 7.5 by 10.5 right there. And then the most important part of this whole thing is the halfback. I don't use fullbacks. A halfback is good enough for what I need. A lot of people like the fullbacks, you know, but the book is going to go on the top of the halfback. So this is all I need for that right there. And this comes in packs of 100, and you pay $16 for a pack of 100. So you're talking about roughly 16 cents a piece for a single board on that. And so it comes here like this, and this is 7 5/8 by 10.5. Now what I'll do is I will take 2 of the Comic Care Golden Age books, 1 halfback, and the halfback will go on top of the 2 Golden Age books. Slide it into the Mylite. Carefully slide the book in. I like to use, if you want to see on the back, I put notes on the back with just a basic little sticky note on there. You can find sticky notes practically nothing, you know, stacks of them in that size. And I just like it to where you can look at it, boom, there it is. You got the information right there. And when all is said and done, that is your finished product. Looks like this. Keeps everything uniformed. It fits really nice. I like a little space on both sides. The books don't slide. They do a really good job with that. And again, I apologize for just kind of rambling on here. This is, like I said, there's a golden there. This is just a regular comic book right there. Here's a Bronze Age. This is the Kamandi. You can see how nice it looks in that right there. And then the giant size Spider-Man, this is 64 pages. Same style, nothing's changed, and it still looks really good in that. So you can put thicker books in there. As you can see, it's kind of a square bound book right there. And then when you stack everything, even though it's, you know, different styles, everything is uniformed and looks really nice when you stack everything up like that. So that is how I like to. And then, of course, if you're going to use a box, it's just a magazine style box that these will fit in, because it's a little bigger than some of the smaller drawer boxes that I use. But this will fit really nice in a magazine style for storage. And drawer boxes are hard to find in that because a lot of people don't carry them because of the cost for shipping. So I just use a regular old drawer box and stack it up like that. So there it is. And again, if you're talking about cost factor on all that, you're looking at maybe 50-55 cents per book to make it look like this. And some of you might not want to spend that extra money, but to me, if you're spending big money on your collection already, if you buy 10 books, what's an extra $5 to, you know, $5 or $6 to protect those books really, really well, have them present really, really well. Because I guarantee you, if you're out here trying to make money and you're going to do shows, or you sell locally, or you have a shop yourself, you put your books in cases, in your glass cases to show people, they're going to like the way it looks because it feels real good, it looks professional, and trust me, you will sell a lot more books when you use your vintage in the Mylar than you will in regular old plastic sheets, because Mylar will always stay crisp. We've talked about that before. Mylar even makes a lower grade book pop, which is great for presentation and great for resale. So there was that. So again, sorry about kind of rattling on about this, you know, kind of stumbling over my words. Like I said, I got something going on right now, and I'm just kind of, you know, preoccupied. I just got a call about it just maybe 15-20 minutes ago, but I wanted to get the video done again. So I hope you enjoyed the comic book releases that are coming out this week that I'm looking forward to. And again, I will do more, show some more vintage books, but I hope that answered your question about how I store things, because a lot of people comment on that about how nice the books look. So there was that there. Again, I will do another video on Wednesday. I will try to show some more books on Wednesday, some older books, and that's pretty much all we have this week. So as always, I hope you liked the video, but if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great day. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in a few days.